Northern Ural Mountains, Soviet Russia, February 1959. The storm howled like a living thing. A chorus of wind and snow shrieked through the jagged ridges of the Ural Mountains, blanketing the world in white silence and gnawing at the edges of sanity. Amid this frozen wilderness, 9 young Soviet hikers pitched their final camp beneath the looming shadow of Kolytsyakhl, the mountain of the dead. They were skilled, strong, and fearless. Friends and strangers alike admired their tenacity, their intellect. But they were also human, and terribly unaware of what waited for them beyond the tree line. On the night of February 1st, their canvas shelter flapped violently in the wind. Inside, the warmth of body heat and low murmurs of conversation were a fragile shield against the icy death outside. Diaries and cameras captured smiling faces just days before, youth frozen in time, never imagining the nightmare ahead. At 2 a.m., something changed. A sound, low, guttural, inhuman, echoed across the ridge. It wasn't the wind, and it wasn't the snow. It was something older. Something watching. Suddenly, the tent was in chaos. No time to dress, no time to think. A blade, one of them had slashed the tent from the inside, desperate to escape whatever had intruded. Barefoot and half-clothed, they fled into the dark, into the biting cold of -30 degrees Celsius, as if their only hope lay in the very jaws of the storm. They scattered like frightened prey. 2 were found first, curled beside the forest edge, stripped to their underwear, their flesh blue and eyes wide open, staring into nothing. 3 more were discovered later, their bodies positioned as though crawling back toward camp. 1 had a fractured skull. Another, missing facial tissue. Their limbs twisted in agony. The last 4, months later, buried beneath meters of snow, told a story no one could explain. 1 woman had no tongue. Her eyes were gone, and her chest had been crushed inward as though struck by a force no human hand could deliver. The injuries defied explanation, more akin to the aftermath of a high-speed car crash or explosion, yet no such force existed on that desolate ridge. No footprints led to the tent, or away from it. No signs of struggle, no wild animal tracks, no evidence of an avalanche. The final photographs on their cameras captured streaks of light in the sky, strange orbs, half-formed blurs, as if something moved faster than the eye could see. Something watching. Something descending. The Soviet investigation, rushed and clouded in secrecy, concluded the cause of death as a compelling natural force. But what force drives 9 people to tear through their own tent in terror? What force crushes bones without breaking skin? What force takes only the tongue, the eyes, the face? To this day, the Dyatlov Pass remains a wound on the cold mountainside. A place shunned by locals, where compasses spin wildly and whispers are carried on the wind. And every year, fresh hikers return. Drawn by morbid curiosity or hubris. But they forget one thing. The mountain remembers. And the wind still knows what it saw.